At 4:31 a.m. on January 17, 1994, a magnitude 6.7 earthquake struck Los Angeles while 10 million people slept. It lasted 10 to 20 seconds. In those seconds it collapsed freeways, destroyed apartment buildings, triggered fires across the San Fernando Valley, and killed 57 people. If it had struck 12 hours later, the death toll would have been in the thousands. The earthquake struck without warning at 4:31 a.m., the quietest moment of the night in one of the busiest cities on Earth. The freeways that carry millions of vehicles every day were almost empty. The office buildings that fill with hundreds of thousands of workers every morning were unoccupied. The shopping centers were closed. The schools were empty. The city was asleep. And being asleep saved it. The epicenter was in Reseda in the San Fernando Valley, 20 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles. The shaking was felt across an area of 200,000 square miles. In Los Angeles, the modified Mercalli intensity reached 9, violent, the second highest category on the scale. The Santa Monica Freeway, one of the busiest freeways in the world, collapsed in multiple sections. Elevated sections of concrete simply dropped onto the road below. Sections of freeway that carry 300,000 vehicles per day lying in pieces on the ground at 4:31 a.m. with almost nobody on them. The collapse of the Interstate 10 connector alone would have killed hundreds if it had occurred during the morning rush hour. The Northridge Meadows apartment building on Reseda Boulevard collapsed completely, the upper floors pancaking down onto the ground floor, killing 16 people in their beds. They never woke up. The building had been built in 1973 and had passed every inspection it had ever received. Across the San Fernando Valley, gas lines ruptured and ignited, fires breaking out simultaneously across multiple neighborhoods. In the Balboa Hills area, an entire neighborhood burned. The Los Angeles Fire Department received 110 calls in the first minute after the earthquake. The damage was catastrophic, 57 people dead, 8,700 injured, 40,000 buildings damaged or destroyed, $25 billion in damage. It was the costliest earthquake in American history at that time. But the investigators who studied the collapse of the freeway sections made a discovery that changed earthquake engineering permanently. The concrete columns supporting the elevated freeway sections had been built without sufficient steel reinforcement. The columns were essentially brittle, shattering rather than bending when the shaking reached a certain intensity. Engineers had known since the 1971 Sylmar earthquake that this type of column was vulnerable. The city of Los Angeles spent the next decade retrofitting every vulnerable structure: freeway columns, apartment buildings, office towers. The retrofitting program cost billions of dollars. It has almost certainly saved thousands of lives in every subsequent earthquake. 57 people died on January 17, 1994 because of decisions made about building standards years before the earthquake arrived. And retrofitting their deaths, made politically possible, has protected millions of people who have never heard their names. The earthquake lasted 10 to 20 seconds. The freeways carried almost no traffic at 4:31 a.m. And the city of Los Angeles was saved not by preparation, but by the accident of the hour.